assault with a semi-automatic firearm. Duncansell is accused of driving recklessly on Interstate 80. She then got out of her car without any clothes on and began firing a gun into the air at passing vehicles. No injuries were reported from that gunfire. She is currently in custody without bail. If she's convicted of all the charges, she faces more than 20 years in prison. And a tech consultant will stand trial for the murder of Cash App founder Bob Lee. A San Francisco judge ruled Tuesday that there was enough evidence to put Nima Momeni on trial. Momeni is accused of stabbing Lee multiple times back in early April after a confrontation believed to be about Momeni's sister. The suspect is expected to officially enter a not guilty plea to the murder charge later this month. And gas prices are hitting a 9-month high. This woman is not surprised.
They're astronomical. I'm here today, paying a little bit more, but like everything, food, gas, the prices are just crazy right now.
AAA says there are a variety of factors affecting the price, but two main reasons are causing the spike. Global supply is constrained after OPEC nations cut production. Russia is also exporting less crude oil. Beyond economic manipulation, the summer's record heat is also to blame. Refineries generally cut back production when temperatures exceed 95 degrees for safety reasons. But this also puts a squeeze on the global supply chain. Currently, California has the highest price in the nation at an average of $5.01 a gallon, according to AAA. And that's a look at what's happening in the Bay Area. I'm Natasha Williams on your home for 24/7 News, San Francisco's BIN 910.
Fund is one of the nation's leading advocates for the importance of minority education and community engagement. Lend your support at uncf.org. That is uncf.org.
Black news from Black journalists.
The Black Information Network. The Bay Area, BIN 910.
From sunburn and bug bites to poison ivy,
that's
the
not how you
can be
turn.
rough on your skin.
Supposed to wait for a car to go by and I'm fucking turn in the middle, like fucking hit them.
We carry a wide range of products that protect
rich
all
people in
types of
Napa,
skin
the
from
worst.
whatever summer can throw at
Bad
it.
drivers.
Like Black Girl Sunscreen that protects skin from the sun without leaving behind a white cast and doubles as a moisturizing lotion. Summer is especially tough on those with skin sensitivities, and CVS works with the Mayo Clinic to develop the Skin Safe database, a new standard of sensitive-friendly beauty choices backed by science. Look for the Sensitive Friendly badge at CVS to find over 450 products made without common allergens and irritants. This summer, make sure your skin enjoys the season as much as you do. Shop CVS skincare products, and if needed, schedule a skin assessment with a Minute Clinic provider. Learn more at cvs.com.
News you won't hear anywhere else.
Except the Black Information Network.
Stories. A new challenge is underway against Alabama's newly proposed congressional map.
The people.
William Gilday, the first black general manager of a network affiliate TV station in the United States, passed away at the age of 85.
The Black Information Network.
While this violence impacts all communities, it does not do so easily.
News that's making a difference
Every day.
the Bay Area's BIN 910 and on the iHeartRadio app.
Lonnie Johnson, an African-American NASA engineer, was developing an environmentally friendly heat pump when he tested the prototype in his bathroom, aimed it at the bathtub. The nozzle let off a powerful
BIN and its founding partners and employees.
I'm Mo Kelly on BIN with your 2-minute warning. Sometimes you have to read a story twice to make sure you read what you thought you read. If I told you that a famous person was changing his name to X, you might think that friend was becoming a Muslim and joining the Nation of Islam. If I told you that same person we all know, a very famous person, was going to paint his business all black in addition to changing his name to X, you might be convinced that that friend was becoming a Muslim and joining the Nation of Islam. Because for about 2.5 minutes, I thought I was reading a story about Elon Musk joining the Nation of Islam. Then I had to reread the story and read it much more slowly to get all the details. Elon Musk, who is known to tweet wild, unserious, and even intentionally inflammatory thoughts on his Twitter timeline, tweeted on his official account on Sunday that Twitter would be changing his logo and that Twitter would be all black. Not all black as people or turning over the site to black Twitter, but all black
up with people in Napa? Damn.
The truth is,
Terrible
just the latest
drivers.
flailing attempt for Musk to keep Twitter a preeminent social media platform and make it attractive to new users and new advertisers in the wake of new platform threats like Threads, Blue Sky, and Spoutable, but also old threats like overwhelming debt connected to the original purchase price of $44 billion. It's the same old lighthouse for hate speech, disinformation, QAnon, and garden variety conspiracy theories, just in a new wrapper eventually. Elon's not about to wear bow ties and sell bean pies, and Twitter is still going to be inhospitable to black people. In other words, everything is still normal in the world. I'm Mo Kelly at Mr. Mo Kelly on social media, and that's your 2-minute warning on the Black Information Network. The Bay Area's BIN 910.
Here's what's trending on the Black Information Network. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is warning of global food insecurity caused by Russia's war in Ukraine. Experts say the situation is harming millions of vulnerable people, including many in Africa.
Sports on the Black Information Network.
The New Orleans Saints are likely losing running back Alvin Kamara to a suspension. The NFL Network reports Kamara is expected to be suspended for his involvement in a fight outside a Las Vegas nightclub in 2022. The running back is slated to meet with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell to discuss the incident. Kamara reached a plea agreement in July and is no longer facing a felony charge for his role in the fight. New Orleans head coach Janet Allen said Kamara is moving forward with the mindset and focusing in on what he has to do to be the best he can for their team this season. Meanwhile, in college football, the athletes in Iowa allegedly placed over $1,800 in that total close to $35,000. In December 2022, he was under the legal gambling age of 21 at the time, and he placed at least one bet on a Hawkeye game. Iowa baseball coach
Go this way.
And a player on Auburn's defense is expected to have a big season. Tigers cornerback C.J. James was named to the watch list for the Nagurski Trophy, which is awarded to the best defensive player in college football. James transferred to Auburn after playing 3 seasons at Oregon and finished with 38 tackles, 8 pass breakups, and an interception in his first season with the Tigers. Sports at 14 and 44 minutes. Pasky Tower. I'm Morgan Wood on the Black Information Network.
A special thank you to Sony,
A proud founding partner who shares and supports the mission of the Black Information Network.
The Black Information Network salutes Ida B. Wells as a pioneering contributor to the cause of civil rights in America. The legendary journalist and activist was an early champion for racial equality, and her legacy serves as an inspiration to the latest generation of civil rights leaders. Born a slave on July 16, 1862 in Holly Springs, Mississippi, Wells began speaking out against racism in 1884 when she was forcibly removed from a train going from Memphis to Nashville. In the 1890s, she began chronicling the lynching of black people and became a notable figure in the anti-lynching movement. She later moved to Chicago and became a tireless advocate for civil rights and And on February 12, 1909, Ida B. Wells co-founded the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, commonly known as the NAACP, with W.E.B. Du Bois. Ida B. Wells passed away in Chicago on March 25, 1931, but her legacy and passion for racial justice lives on. This is Christy James for the Black Information Network.
Entertainment news on the Black Information Network.
Beyonce seems to be skipping over mentioning Lizzo's name on stage.
Lauren Hill, Roberta Flack, Tony, Janet, Tierra Whack, Missy, Diana, Grace Jones, Aretha, Anita.
This comes following an announcement that 3 of Lizzo's former dancers are suing her, claiming a hostile work environment and harassment. When Beyonce usually performs Break My Soul, Lizzo's name and others are always mentioned as part of the song celebrating black women in entertainment. But recent videos posted on social media show Beyonce skipping over Lizzo's name during her Boston show, instead repeating Erykah Badu's name 4 times as Lizzo's name flashed on the screen. Meanwhile, the filmmaker is speaking out about working with Lizzo following the allegations from her 3 former dancers. Oscar-nominated filmmaker Sophia Nahil Allison took to social media to express her interaction with Lizzo. She says back in 2019, she quit working as the director of Lizzo's documentary after only 2 weeks because she was treated with such disrespect. She went on to say she witnessed how arrogant and unkind she is, adding she wasn't protected and was thrown into a bad situation with little support. Lizzo denies the allegations. With the latest in entertainment, I'm Morgan Wood on the Black Information Network.
I'm Devin Dunstan on the Black Information Network. Garrett Morgan was the son of a former enslaved African-American, and even though he never had more than an elementary school education, he became a prolific inventor whose ideas were patented and are still used around the world. When Garrett Morgan was a teenager, he moved to Cincinnati, where he was hired at a company that made sewing machines. Once he had learned how they worked, he came up with an invention to improve how they operated, and he was soon granted a patent. One day, while working in his tailor shop, he noticed that the fast-moving needles in his sewing machine were scorching wool fabric. After treating the needles with a chemical, he noticed that the woolen hair on the fabric would straighten out. Then he tried the chemical on a neighbor's dog, and again found the fur straightened. It wasn't long before Garrett Morgan tried the solution on himself, and when he saw that his own hair straightened, he started the G.A. Morgan Hair Refining Company, targeting African-American consumers. The company was a huge success, and Garrett Morgan became rich, which allowed him to concentrate on other inventions, including the electric traffic signal and respiratory masks that the Army used in the First World War. And that's a fact. I'm Devin Dunstan on the Black Information Network.
Get Black business news every 30 minutes
On the Black Information Network.
The Bay Area, BIN 910.
I'm Nicole Deal, filling in for John Marshall. And I'm Bree Wood on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network. Aaron Larry Bowman, who is black, was hit with a police flashlight 18 times by a white Louisiana state trooper during a traffic stop. It happened in 2019. Bowman was reportedly treated for a head injury, a broken jaw, and broken rib. But this week, a Louisiana federal jury says Trooper Jacob Brown did not use excessive force and did not violate Bowman's civil rights. Despite the incident being captured on body cam video, the trooper was acquitted. 2 influential black organizations have decided not to host their annual events in Florida, but Governor Ron DeSantis empowered the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity and the National Society of Black Engineers say they will both take their money and their members somewhere else. According to Yahoo News, the 2025 Alpha Phi Alpha Anniversary Convention was expected to generate $4.6 million in economic impact. Earlier this summer, the NAACP released a statement about Florida, saying the state of Florida is, quote, openly hostile toward African Americans, end quote. The statement urged travelers to stay away. We move on to California, where the Temecula Valley Unified School District has recently enacted a controversial resolution that bans the teaching of critical race theory. There is now a lawsuit brought by parents, teachers, and others who are part of an education union. Kimberly Crenshaw is the woman credited with creating the term. Here's how she explained it to MSNBC.
Critical race theory is not so much a thing, it's a way of looking at a thing. It's a way of looking at race. It's a way of looking at why, after so many decades, centuries actually, since the emancipation, we have patterns of inequality that are enduring. They are stubborn.
The law
lawsuit says the vague resolution by the school district hinders educators' ability to teach state-mandated content standards, prepare for the coming academic year, and support rather than stifle student inquiry.
And fears of a recession appear to be subsiding in the U.S., even though Fitch recently downgraded the U.S. economic rating from a AAA to a AA+. Small businesses seem to be stimulating the economy, like the black-owned business run by Chris Good in Missouri. He tells NBC News Ruby Jean's Juicery is named after his grandmother.
Well, our economy in Kansas City is growing, I think, as you all know, and we as a small business are also growing in concert with that growth.
According to ADP, 324,000 jobs were added in the U.S. in the month of July, and 73% of those jobs came from small businesses.
And finally, August is National Black Business Month. We are highlighting two entrepreneurs from Sacramento, California. Cynthia Brooks owns the Tap Wine Lounge on